What is happening, guys? Welcome back. So, first thing, apologies for no video last Sunday. I got offered some work that I really couldn't turn down. So I did that and had no time to put a video out. So apologies for that. But we're going to film in a video now. So yeah, you're watching it. So yeah, welcome back. So in this one, we're going to do a little bit more on the Fiesta ST to get it ready for its track day. So it's currently Thursday and the track day is Friday, tomorrow. We've got a couple of little bits left to do to it. Now, I did have a lot more other things I wanted to do to it. But unfortunately, they're not going to be here in time due to sourcing item problems for the manufacturers and shipping problems. So we're not going to have the coilovers on and we're not going to have it polybushed either. But might be a good thing that we can compare the car with what we've done to it so far on the standard suspension, and then we'll have to go and do another track day, which is a real shame, when we've got all of the suspension sorted. So in this one, we've got a couple of things we want to do. So I bought some braided lines for the brakes and some more fluid. So when me and Rich were playing with the brakes the other day, and we bled them after the last track day, the pedal was good, but there was a bit of bounce in it. It just didn't quite feel right. And we rolled in the brake lines, the original rubber brake hoses, and they were flexing. So yeah, we're going to put these braided ones on to stop that. Now, why have I gone for orange? Because they were the cheapest on the internet. That's the only reason for that. And they're under the car, I'm not seen, so I don't really care. So they're going to be one of the things we're going to do. The other thing we're going to do, we're going to fit a Lufi X1 gauge. So, massive thank you to Sparkplug Steve for reaching out to me and asking me if I'd like to put one in my car. That's what we're going to be doing first. We'll get this in. As far as I can tell, you stick it on, plug it into the OBD port, and then you've got all of the functions and you can see all of the, gauges from the car. So, we'll give that a go. Rich has just turned up and he's...
You ain't never here at this time anymore.
Trying to be funny. What time is it? About 8:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not normally here till about 9, but yeah.
9?
9.
At the rest.
Just trying to be funny. Anyway, let's get this fitted in. Then we'll get Rich, now he's decided to turn up. We'll get the car on the ramp and we'll get the brakes changed, or the brake lines changed, fluid changed. Might even get a quick wash because the new PBS pads that are in it give off many brake dust. So yeah, probably could do with a quick clean. I'll get loaded on the truck and then I've come in early, so I'm going to have to go home early today. Right, Lufi gauge. There is a little gauge. Now, these are available on eBay, and I will put a link in the description to Steve's eBay store, so go and check him out and purchase one. Rich got one in his car and I've had a quick look at it, and the videos I've watched online, for the money, they're a powerful little bit of kit, and the information they give you is good and well worth it for the money. So, by the looks of it, we've got a little base there that sticks onto your dashboard and fixes onto the bottom of the gauge. You've got a cable which goes into your OBD port, and a plug that goes into the back of the gauge, and this is it. So, luckily we've got half the dashboard removed because rev car, so it should be quite easy to get the cable down and do it neatly. And we'll have that sat just there. And then we'll have all of the functions and be able to see all of the data. So I'm going to do that. And these seats are really difficult to get in and out of. There it is, literally a 5-minute mod. Gauge is on, cable is round here. I just pulled this panel off, make it easier. Comes down here and it's plugged in to the OBD port, if you can see that. Might be a bit dark, but yeah, plugged into the OBD port.
OBD port 2.
OBD port 2 actually. Keys are in the car, so...
It's not quite got there, you can't...
Oh, there we go.
So it takes a second to come on.
So it's on. You know why it didn't come on. There we go. It's on. And we've just got to go through now and try and set a few different things up, but it's on. I've never touched this before, so I don't really know what we're going to get. You can cycle through all sorts of things. Apparently you can have shift, this is all shift lights at the top, and oil pressure, oil temperature, water temperature, and all sorts of stuff. So revs, yeah, cool little thing. Rich has set his up before, so
you can have different screens
right,
depending on how you want it laid out.
Obviously we've read the instructions, so but yeah, cool little product. Well, this could take a bit of time getting this set up right, so yeah, I'm probably not going to show you that on camera, but yeah, on face of it so far, it looks like a great little product. Obviously we're going to be out tomorrow on track, so it'll be good to see if what information it shows you, and sort of we can be checking the health of the car as we're driving around and hammering it for hopefully about another 170 miles around Mallory. So yeah, quality little product. That's that one done. Next job is going to be brake lines and bleed the brakes again. Right, car's in the air, wheels are off, and what we're going to be changing is this part here. So this is the rubber brake line that comes from the solid metal brake line on the car, obviously because there's flex and movement in all this area, so this allows the suspension to move and everything, but still allows you to have fluid to the caliper. But these being made out of rubber and suitable for road use, but under high braking pressures and temperatures and things on track, these tend to pulse, and you pedal, you don't have a very good pedal. So replacing my braided lines is what we're going to do. So you got to undo this here, undo this here, which are a bit caked up, but we've cleaned them and hopefully they'll be all right. This out here, replace them as quickly as possible to get as little air in, and then re-bleed the brakes. So if you need me over the compressor, front lines are now on and fitted, rear lines are now on and fitted as well, and we've got this here bleeding the brakes, which is fed by the compressor, and it basically pulls the fluid through. It's sort of like a one-man auto brake bleed system. We will, once that's run through and cycled through, got all the air out and got clean fluid through, we'll do it the traditional way, if you like, for a few times, just to make sure we've got all the air out and everything's okay. And that'll be done. Get it on the ground, give it a wash. It's pretty much ready for tomorrow. Lufi's installed. Braided lines are installed. Brakes are re-bled and feel pretty good already. So hopefully that's going to have made a difference. And now I'm going to try and have a look at setting this Lufi up and get the data on it that we want, so we can see what the car's doing on track. There we go. Lufi is set up. Air fuel mixture, RPM, water temperature, speed, voltage, and then the intake temperature. Not really sure if we need to be seeing all that lot, but they're there. The Lufi gauge is on. Thank you very much to Sparkplug Steve for sending me this over. I do really appreciate it. If you don't know who he is, I'll put a link to his channel below, and I've also put a link to his eBay shop in the description as well. For the money, great little bit of kit. Gives you a shift light as well, which are these little dots at the top. So yeah, should be fun to play with it, and I will talk about it a little bit in the next episode. So that's pretty much it done. So we're going to throw it outside, give it a quick clean, and then we'll get it loaded on the truck, start sorting some kit and stuff out, and then we're ready to roll in the morning. There we are. Car is washed, cleaned, prepared. Lufi gauge is in, brake lines are changed, fluid's sorted out, it's washed, it's cleaned, it's sorted. I made a GoPro mount as well in the back because I was using a plasterboard prop on the last one. So this just mounts into where the original seat belt's mounted, and the GoPro mounts in the middle. So that is done for that. Trailer's on with Rich's car on. So yeah, we're locked and loaded out here and ready to go. And then in here, in the MSRT support van, we've got a few bits in the back, spare wheels for Rich, fuel for me and him, bit of kit, bit of oil, jack, stands, things of that nature, because you never know what's going to go wrong. And in here we've got my camera gear, well, a bit of it, my safety stuff, his clothing, my helmet, the computer as well, just in case anything goes wrong again. So we are ready to roll, very excited for the morning to get over to Mallory Park and go and have some fun. Just hoping and praying that the rain holds off. It'll be all right in the rain, but you'll have more fun in the dry. So we should leave this one here then, guys. In the next video, you'll see me back here bright and early tomorrow morning. But until then, guys, enjoy.